Why, hello. Let's do some Baldur's Gate. Give me some DirectX 11 Baldur's Gate, please. Thank you. Go under Baldy, please. Baldy's Gate. Get your keys out of your pocket. Come on and take a free ride. Get your keys out your pocket. Get your phone out your pocket. Does it need to be charged? It does not need to be charged. We are good. Take your boots off. I can get the new game. Just be sure your hand is up to the task. Little finger. Shanza. Chaos is a lot of Shanza. Is that Baldy's Gate? Ugh. So we were done pretty much everything, right? Like, so we have two ways to go that both say, yo, homie, this is the end. Is one of them more important? Um, no, I mean, as I'm taking my shoes off, I can't really do that at the same time. Underdark or Mountain Bass. Just don't go too far in the Moonrise Tower quest. No, I'm gonna read it. No, just don't go through either main door. It's fine. We're gonna wrap things up before this point message. I'm gonna go to the mountain pass first. Come on and take a free ride. Almost good. Okay. Just making sure everything's. I just want to know. Um, what is the point of no return for them? I'm just reading, I'm reading. Okay, we got to the elevator, so never mind. This don't enter the elevator. It doesn't lead to Act 2. Gotcha.
At the ready.
I should do a rest. I can't. Maybe we should do a long rest. Anyone want to talk to me?
I had another dream, which I suppose means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god. To know yourself, to be untouchable. To be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril. The end of Karsus and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly.
What a story.
For a spell, Mistril was reborn as Mistra. Upon her return, the weave returned with her. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go. If it should ever come to that, if I ever know I am no longer able to stop it, I will do anything I can to ensure no one but me pays for my mistakes. I will find the remotest place on the surface of Faerun, or perhaps far below in the depths of the Underdark. I will await that death, alone. I promise I will not betray your trust. You kept me by your side despite the menace that I am. If worst comes to worst, I will be long gone before the curtain falls.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us. Well chosen. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. And there will come a battle, of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips. It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasite served a Geich elder. but I believe they serve a greater master still. A question that burns in my belly day and night. Elders and collectives abide by their own tenets. It would require a powerful creed to unite them. And now this voice, this creed, finds our own ears. If it reaches this plane, it may reach others.
For the druids? Halsden, Zevsdor? Well, they'll be able to stay, so. For all that, give me a little save. That was a lot of dialogue.
Road to Baldur's Gate is a long one. Who knows how long it'll take these folks to get there on foot.
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk's Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? We can't save them all.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
I don't need it.
Very good of you. Thank you.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
See you there. I'm your hero.
We didn't die
Not you.
today.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
All working by me. Octave.
Back to worrying about road rations is... Well, that's not a bad...
We couldn't have held them back.
What is you guys just hit trade?
Stay near the center of
This lot better get used to berries.
No. Because you're leaving. Okay.
I'm your lummox.
Yes, you are. Now,
The hollow? Well, here we go, Aaron.
So it's true. You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you. Of course.
Of course. Intercept missiles from ranged weapon attacks, reducing their damage by 1d10, your dexterity modifier. Stealth magic missile, I guess? If we have to use a hammer, I don't think we ever need a hammer. Personally. I don't know if I have some inventory space. Personally. Do I need any? 9 and 5. They're just so expensive though, man. I'd really rather not. I'll find another merchant. How's it going, Holmes?
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No, you are incapable. I'd so love to see them try. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, moo.
Did he mood me?
I mean, moo.
I can't stop looting. Oh.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Right tool will do the trick.
You.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
She shows great insolence, but time will humble her. And the Grove still needs her. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks. The Grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails.
Your hands on fire, brother.
But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
What of them?
They are our guests until they wish to leave, as I said the day they arrived.
Have they blinded you to truth? Peace.
She's still over here. Nope. Where's homie at? Inside, maybe?
We're free of the goblins, but the grove is changed. Wounded.
On to your
The
birds.
days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
I thought you were Halsin.
The boar prances around, haunches clenching and unclenching impatiently.
Where's Halsin? He promised me a mate.
I thought you were Helson.
Dark times. And getting back.
Here goes nothing.
I wasn't sure about you at first.
I wasn't sure where you bet first. I butchered that, didn't I?
Master Halsin's home, by Ulvanis's mercy.
It might have been better if he'd stayed away.
Don't say that.
Come now, he took in those strays and then he
You
just
done it.
left.
You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
Oh, okay.
As am I. The grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Is that where I got shot with like 18 bullets? Findal?
What's in here?
Nutty?
Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word. Thank you. I don't know if I can ever restore Sylvanas' peace to this place, but I'll have the chance. Thanks to you.
Ulvanis's mercy.
We'll be leaving?
It might have been better if he'd stayed away.
Don't say that.
Come now, he took in those strays and then he just left.
He went to make sure those strays could go.
I guess I may as well go to sleep then, right? Do a long rest. You marked it on my map. And Mog is gone. I couldn't fit in the hole. So. Up, homie.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flare? Ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim.
And they cut into my stinking brain?
If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods! I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Honestly, I've had no faith in anybody else, but Volo over here, 100%. He can fix me. It seems this is not necessary, but thank you. Golly.
How can I help?
By doing nothing for me? Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Withers. Styrian.
I had another visit from that dream figure. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me. On the one hand, you're right. On the other, don't be so wet behind the ears. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun? Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
Azil?
Speak. I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Thank you. They all say.
Now, well, you've earned my respect and more still. You've proven your wits. You are efficient and dominant, in and out of battle. You've proven your courage. I swear you would tear the horns off one dragon to plunge into another. And you're hardly bland. Your scent alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
I'm all for the froggy.
Good. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
Absolutely.
I won't be your girlfriend, but I will be your lay.
Oh no.
Yes or no? Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Where that was here. No.
Out of sight, out of mind. Moving ahead.
What am I to do? Got to press on.
Is it still open on your inventory bit? Where did it go? Is it in my inventory? Really all should be inside this one. I can move this over right here. I don't know where it went. It went to your inventory, that's what it did. I understand.
Still breathing, despite
You know, it actually kind of works. Where do they go this time?
There's no time to waste.
Eager for battle.
Quite ready for you.
Neil doesn't really have much on him. Where did he get the chest?
Action, not reaction.
It's too heavy? Is that why? 42 pounds?
Ah, excellent choice. On my way. On it.
Can you just go to the top? I wasn't done.
Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Anything of use?
Gale doesn't need anything else, right? I'm gonna keep you on me just in case. But I think we finished that part of the story because he can't be quenched anymore. Let's sell these. I mean, I can pull up my map to see where I gotta go, or online. It could be the same camp, but we're the one place we've already been, but I have no idea. I'll see you all the way. Point two. Okay, so whatever. Okay.
What's next, I wonder? Let's see what we have here.
Indolence breeds madness.
You have my attention.
I have my attention.
Still alive. So that's progress.
I have dyes of me too still. Also the loot. They can all go in here for now. That's fine. You would just take it out of this thing, but that's fine.
Better not be cursed.
Doesn't really weigh that much. I'm just gonna keep it on me. Really pull everybody's gold together, shouldn't I? I need the food. I need the food.
Open up.
Open up. I want some apples tonight.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. Enjoy myself? There's a worm in my brain. I'm surrounded by idiots, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar. I'm just looking for a little more excitement.
When the puppy
A
going?
little more fun. Nothing so dramatic. Just you and me and, well, maybe a little death. Figuratively speaking. Let's wait until things quieten down. Once the others are asleep. Never listen to your second thoughts. But fine, if you're determined to ruin your evening...
You know my froggy lady? I'm sorry. Aren't you the one we were gonna meet somewhere?
Enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
You're not a person?
Come on, Elf. I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Nyogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet, they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. A glorious reward for a glorious battle. Go on, have your fun. And do not wipe away a single bead of sweat. It's intoxicating.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
What's up
Whoa.
for discussion?
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know. And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
Not much of a party going on here. Everyone's kind of just standing by themselves drinking.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas? But of course, you achieved something far beyond mere fact. That deserves to be remembered.
Don't spill your glass.
I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night.
What does she mean?
Why, you're naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all. Far too much? This is the very problem. If you could set aside your many triumphs, carry out one defining act, not to belittle your achievements to date, of course, but besting a dragon, a giant, a god, perhaps? I must deliberate. Go, enjoy your evening. I shall have work for you in the days to come.
Okay. Colin?
Thank you. I'm glad you sought me out. Amidst all this merriment, I wasn't sure we'd have a chance to speak this evening. I was hoping you'd spare me a moment. There was something rather magical I wished to show you. Too bad. One should never be afraid to live life to the fullest.
That's the horny post, I know.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers. Or possibly turnip.
I need to die. No.
She's toasted. She's roasted.
Lied.
X move. I'm talk to Scratch.
I like these people. They're joyful. It's contagious.
You're gonna out the skeleton?
Think of it. We'll be...
Fate, dost thou
No, I just wanted to see if you had any dialogue for the night.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
Maybe you'll rot.
Perhaps it'll make the evening more tolerable.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for? I think you'll find I've been showing ample concern for myself since the moment we met. I mean, desperate people. Like those refugees. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Odd.
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later. Share a bottle with me?
Sure.
We should wait a little while. Until the others have drifted off. Not tonight.
My froggy?
Celebrate now.
These are all my inventories, just do all those.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Oh no. You know, Shadowheart has a whole story, right? But is Laziel, does she also have a story? And everyone always goes on about Shadowheart. So.
Your body aches pleasingly with the memory of past bruises. Perhaps it is the same for her.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was...
No, nothing happened because we were at partying.
It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
Wait. There's more you need to know. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are...
Should I load a save, apparently?
They become shadow beings, tormented
Before I go back to the... Well, the one before the camp? Do a long rest before we enter the base. Do all of our teammate stuff. I mean, it'll take like 5 minutes to get back. We just did dialogue the entire time and sold us some stuff. So I'm gonna skip some dialogue. Let me see, long rest. Oh, we did our inventory, frick. Well, that's fine. I'm not worried about this right now. I was doing our inventory the following night.
Here we go.
May the darkness protect you.
Always.
Ding.
It gave me another gift, too. Did you actually want something? Or are you just... But maybe...
Oh, grindstone. You don't have anything right now because we didn't talk to you outside. Let me leave the camp then.
Specimen in a jar. Here. That's quite impossible. Isn't it? Oh.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No? Let me do a long rest then, I guess.
Looking at something?
He can't see himself in where.
The only benefit to a mirror when you have my condition, it doesn't quite make up for the lack of a reflection, mind you. Preening in the looking glass? Petty vanity? Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red. I don't know. I can't remember. My face is just some dark shape in my past. Another thing I've lost. What? Funny. And what do you see? Exactly. My... What? But I don't... Excuse me.
Boom boom.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Lady of Sorrow's Guide. Fine. What's on your mind? I suppose some would commend our actions. Goblin. No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
Late meets.
It seems to be the perfect night to spend a little time together. Just you and I. Assuming you haven't changed your mind, of course.
Sure, whatever.
You made it. Come here. Sit with me. Lots of people make promises. Few keep them. Well, to begin, I think a toast is in order. Any suggestions?
To me?
Right. Friendship. Very well, have it your way. To friendship. Now tell me something about yourself. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you.
For you.
We don't lose those. We don't lose those. You know what? Here, to victory.
Dominant, self-centered, savoring another's loss. I like it. To victory. And no tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that.
I'm +9. You gotta do it, man. Thank you. No,
Don't
you?
laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. When you worship Shard, secrecy is everything. We'll sacrifice our own memories when ordered to. A lot of the little things, they're lost to me right now. I did. And you remembered. You're sweet. There's still plenty of wine, and the whole night is ahead of us.
I'm getting twisted.
Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. I suppose so. Celebration's over. Time to pick up the trail again. Thank you for last night.
Dude can't even get up, dude.
Well deserved, though.
She trails off. You read an invitation in her eyes.
Dun-dun-dun.
That didn't hurt, did it?
What?
I should think so. Let's head back, if we must. All's well, I hope. No. I just wanted to see how you felt. And kissed. I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. And that was before the kiss. I hope so too.
There you go.
Though I'm not sure what kind of courtship will be afforded, given all that we're facing. But if you want to see where this goes, I do as well. Very serious of you. But go ahead. Always good when I'm with you.
Never
Volo?
walked the easy path.
Quite the cozy setup you have here.
I'm not a freaking tea, dude. I'll get into the cup. We're done talking to Volo.
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle. The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Don't slam it down, man.
Don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage.
Roswell, I think.
Oh, fantastic! That squint does wonders for your gravitas, in my humble opinion. Though, perhaps there's something we can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were trained to. Try it on for size.
I'll be going back to my eyeball, thank you very much.
It was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
I don't really care about being able to see somebody invisible.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
That hit me. A little fate me. Sorry, Bobo.
You won't find a more learned opinion. You only have a matter of days to live.
I'm okay, homie.
I should speak up. Can't slow down.
Can't slow down. I'm gonna see. Is anything else gonna happen? I left camp. You could dialogue when I actually go to what's it called? I
I
understand.
was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
What's on your mind?
Anybody have anything?
Maybe I need more pockets.
Maybe I need more pockets.
So, that's what people mean when they talk about butterflies in their stomach.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador. I don't want to say a damned thing, but that won't do anyone any good.
So true.
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate, the patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. Not political power or military power, I mean power over people. The power to control them completely. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor. Not him, no. A gang of thugs attacked me, angry about a ruling that I'd handed down as magistrate. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be. He had me go out into Baldur's Gate to fetch him the most beautiful souls I could find. It was a fun little ritual of his. I'd bring them back, and he'd ask if I wanted to dine with him. And if I said yes, he'd serve me a dead, putrid rat. Of course, if I said no, he'd have me flayed. Hard to say which was worse. Thank you. But this isn't about sympathy. It's about knowing what we might be up against. The Mind Flayers aren't the only monsters out there. They're not even...
Yeah, I want to something to drink.
...is that you keep your eyes open and watch out. What more could I ask? Now is that...
I'll talk to everybody else in a minute. I'll be right back.